say around here, keep Austin weird. They're going to keep it electric today inside Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium, home to the Longhorns. Today, two teams collide in an old-fashioned SEC showdown. As we'll see, the Miami Hurricanes taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Canes will put total leather to crank us up. From inside the 15, here comes the return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Texas offense will have the first crack at it in this one. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football away from these big fellas up front because they take games over.
And get the ball out quick. Like when you've got a defensive line that can penetrate, that can get TFLs, get sacks, it's going to be on this offensive line to buy a little bit of time, but also the ball to come out quick, win in the secondary right now.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Snagged out of the air. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49.
QBs, when they see these zone coverages, man, some of them panic. Some of them throw it too quickly and can make bad decisions. I like how he waited a little bit, waited for the right window, the right opportunity. There's always going to be holes in zones. I just got to be a little bit patient.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Rushes on him. He'll pull it down and run. Shakes off the defender. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. The Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And that's the challenge today. A week ago, they failed the challenge. Last week, they gave up 5 sacks. They can't do that again today. This defense saw it. They watched it on tape. They know they're not doing a good job of protecting their quarterback, and already 1 sack on the day.
Throws toward the end zone. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Longhorns will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. So the Miami Hurricane offense takes the field, and they'll have their first possession. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the thing. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Quarterback may change this route. Back to throw, it's Gomez. Spits it out to the back. Right on target this time. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. New set of downs after the completion. They'll run the option. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And the defense did everything right against that option play. They got to the quarterback. They forced him to keep it. Not only do they create the fumble, but they jump on it behind the line of scrimmage. That is just perfect option defense.
He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. And the Longhorns are threatening in the red zone. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it out fast. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 13. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. Couldn't find his man last time. That leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Wants to throw again. Fires into the end zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think the offense kind of got away from their identity a little bit on that last drive, David. They got to kind of get back to doing what they do.
Yeah, and hold on to the football. I mean, defense just did their job. Stopped them, held them to a field goal, limited the damage. Now it's time for the offense to get the momentum going again.
Makes the grab on the left. Still on his feet at the 45. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. They'll go back to the ground. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the back. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there. Just moving those chains the way Frank Gore did back in the day.
Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Edgerrin James, so many elite backs in Miami history. Finding that guy that you can give the ball to that's reliable, important part of the Canes tradition.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. And the Canes can really attack on this 2nd and short. The give to the tailback. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. This is well within field goal range, but the kicker will stay on the sideline, and the offense will try to convert on 4th down. Tries to get it on the ground. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Hurricanes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. This is a designed run. Turning it on! He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down. The Canes back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll go to the ground. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Dropping back, it's Gomez. Makes the grab. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Well, it's a nice job tackling that defense. I know one guy missed, but you saw the effort. Other guys coming and flying to the football. They knew how big that third down was. They had to get the stop to give themselves a chance to now get off the field.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Wants to adjust the pattern. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs. And the Longhorns buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on first down. Out of the gun to give to the back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
And this offense doesn't have much space to go backwards anymore. They've given that up, man. You got to be physical. You got to find a way to get this ball out of the area of your own end zone. You don't want to flirt with the safety. And that means being physical.
Oh, he's got some space. Past the 50. The 30. The 20. Touchdown, Longhorns! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
That's the kind of play that might happen only one time in your life if you're lucky. It's like a hole-in-one in golf. Pollock, a 99-yard touchdown run.
When you get almost 100 yards on the day, you're happy. But when you get it on one carry, it's even better. They give it to him. Once he gets past that second level, no one catches him all the way to the house. 99 yards.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
Nice job reeling in that catch. And listen, when you say Miami Hurricane football, to me, I think about burners at the receiver position. Michael Irvin, Andre Johnson, Santana Moss, Reggie Wayne, who I played with in the Senior Bowl. These guys could not be covered one-on-one. And this dude here in this offense today, he causes the same kind of problems. Really, really good route runner. He always seems to get open.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. Looking to throw, it's Gomez. Finds his back in the middle. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
One of the things I love about this defense, they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Looking for a push on fourth down. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Hurricanes are on the move. Use the play fake, now to throw. Going deep. Makes the grab at the 10. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. They'll try to get it in with the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. After getting nothing done on first down, second and goal from the 6. Hauls it in. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. On third and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. From the gun, wants to pass. Back swinging for the goal line. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Hurricanes! Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The give on the option. There he goes. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down.
What a nice run there. And I tell you, Texas has always been a place where there have been outstanding running backs. This guy is the next in line. He's got vision, he's got speed, he's got power. It always seems like it takes multiple defenders to bring him down. Huge weapon in this offense.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Gonna take a shot. Makes a grab deep. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. Wants to go up top on first down. Got a man in the middle. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Texas!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he's not going to take the touchback. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Makes a grab over the middle. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. And the Canes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. From From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Canes getting set on 1st and 10. Might be changing the route. To throw, it's Gomez. He tries to take the top off. And he makes the catch inside the 20. And he glides into the end zone easily, but this one might be coming back. That is brutal. An explosive play like that to be wiped out by a mistake. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Caught at the 25. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. Well, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there.
False start offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. They'll try the right side. He's got some room, headed to the goal line, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Miami!
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half. Close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Looking downfield on first down. Buys a little extra time. He'll get down to avoid the hit, but he might not be able to avoid this penalty flag. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. From the gun. Bringing the heat.
You know, as an offense, you've got to do a better job pass protecting, and you've got to start thinking about max protection at this point of the game, because if you don't get hats on hats, your quarterback goes down on his own 2-yard line. You're lucky you didn't give up a safety.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Jukes his way for more. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Just feeds the running back. Breaks into the open. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Longhorns will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Scanning the field, it's Gomez. Out of the backfield, he's open. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far from Austin today. And in this day and age where quarterbacks chuck it all over the field, how refreshing to see two offenses rely on off-tackle left, off-tackle right, and even a few halfback dives. Physical offensive lines and elusive backs have told the story. A throwback to the halcyon days of 3 yards and a cloud of dust. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at DKR.
Longhorns will kick it away to start the second half. Out of the end zone. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or game tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
And the Hurricanes in a good spot here with second and short. He leaves it with his back. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Back to throw, it's Gomez. Got the back over the middle. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. The Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
How about that defense in the backfield, nowhere to go right away? You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss.
He breaks a tackle.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles. And those guards and centers have to work together. You got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Turning it on. Got enough space. Touchdown, Canes. And that one will give them the lead.
Yeah, he doesn't need anything to be open. He just makes it happen himself. Hey, I'm going to call a pass. You know, I want to throw the ball down the field. Oh, it's not open. Okay, I'm just going to pull it down, make it happen, take it to the house. What a scramble by the quarterback.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Longhorns come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Got him downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. And the Longhorns are on the move. Hand off from the shotgun. think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now the play fake. Throws toward the end zone. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Got his man. And the defense jumps on him. They get that turnover.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
The Hurricanes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air, it's Gomez. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football. Now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. He wants to change this route. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the middle. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And the Canes decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. A low line drive and short kick. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. The give to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. To the air on 2nd down. Here comes the heat. Slings it downfield. Working the middle. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Here comes 3rd and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
That's his 2nd sack of the ball game. That dude is getting after the quarterback offensively. What's my adjustment? First of all, I'm going to roll out away from him. I'm going to double team him. Let somebody else beat me, not that guy, because his speed off the edge is killing me.
And the try is no good. And guys still down by 4, still needing a touchdown to take the lead. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying play action. Takes a hit as he fires. He's got it. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. We've reached the break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. So 1st down will open up the final period. They'll give it to the back.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
from the shotgun, the handoff to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Looking downfield, it's Gomez. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. He might want another play. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Throws to the wideout. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. They'll leave it with him. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
He'll try to do it himself. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down. And the Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. Leaves it with the back. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
Working that left side now. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. The run up the middle, looking for the score. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes! Quick strike through the air for the score. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. And the Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Longhorns! Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up.
And man, that was a nice job by the tight end, finding the soft spot in the defense in the end zone on that TV.
Pressure coming. He gets it in for the 2, and now a field goal to tie it. They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick.
And a great job by the receiving team. When you see the football kick, man, you got to be smart. How fast it's coming, if I'm ready to catch it, if it needs to go to the next wave. Nice job being organized, seeing it, and executing well.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. They'll try the run. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. All the way down at the 33-yard line, it's first and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave him with it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. After the productive first down play, it's second and 6. Handoff from the gun. Fighting off the defender. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. And the Hurricanes will try to run out the clock in the final minute. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Ordinarily on second and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Here on third down for this offense. Not sure why they're not content to just take the W. Final shot falls to the turf, and that'll be the ball game.
It's one thing to